This is a documentary exploring a growing desire for change in 2025. Many people are feeling a need to redefine their identity, to reclaim their privacy, and to build a life that truly aligns with their values. It's a time of significant societal changes and technological disruption, which is fueling this movement towards transformation. We're seeing a rise in people seeking anonymity in a world where our digital footprint is constantly expanding. This isn't necessarily about running away from problems, but about proactively shaping a better future. One of the core aspects of this process is understanding data security. Our personal information is incredibly valuable, and protecting it is paramount. This involves everything from using strong encryption methods to understanding the risks of social engineering and data breaches. Simple practices like using a VPN and Tor can significantly enhance your online anonymity. The rise of cybersecurity is a direct response to these threats, but individual responsibility is equally important. Think about data minimization, only sharing what's absolutely necessary. For many, financial independence is a key driver. Financial security allows for greater freedom and the ability to make choices without being tied to traditional employment. Exploring alternative finance options like cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies can open up new possibilities. It's the voice that whispers, "Just one more," or "Why deny yourself this small joy?" These desires, while not inherently wrong, become problematic when they control us. They lead us to sin, to actions that separate us from God and from a life of purpose. Think about it. How many times have you acted against your better judgment, driven by a sudden impulse? How often have you felt the pull of lust, anger, or greed? These are manifestations of the flesh, seeking to satisfy its immediate desires, often at the expense of our long-term well-being and spiritual growth. The Bible doesn't offer a simple quick fix for overcoming the flesh. It's not about magically developing willpower overnight. The path to mastering our flesh is a journey of transformation, a process of aligning our will with God's will. This transformation starts with recognizing our own weakness and acknowledging our dependence on something greater than ourselves. It starts with understanding that true freedom isn't found in self-reliance, but in surrender. This surrender isn't about giving up on our dreams or denying ourselves all enjoyment. It's about redirecting our desires, tempering our passions, and submitting our will to the Spirit of God. This is where the concept of grace becomes so important. Grace is God's unmerited favor, His free gift of forgiveness and strength. It's the power that allows us to overcome the sin that comes from the flesh. It's not something we earn, it's something we receive through faith and trust in Jesus Christ. The Bible outlines several key principles for this journey. One is the importance of self-awareness. We need to be honest with ourselves about our weaknesses and our temptations. This requires introspection, a willingness to examine our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It also involves accountability, seeking the support and guidance of others who can help us stay on track. Another crucial aspect is spiritual discipline. This isn't about rigid rules and restrictions, but about cultivating habits that support our spiritual growth. This could involve practices like prayer, meditation, fasting, or studying Scripture. These practices help us to connect with God, to quiet the noise of our desires, and to strengthen our will. Furthermore, the Bible emphasizes the importance of replacing negative thought patterns and destructive behaviors with positive ones. This involves cultivating inner strength, developing resilience, and accepting what you cannot change. It means actively resisting the temptations that lead us astray and seeking out opportunities to grow in virtue and righteousness. The journey of mastering our flesh is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process, a lifelong struggle that requires perseverance and patience. Stoicism provides a path to liberation, a freedom from the relentless pursuit of external goals and a focus on what truly matters, living a virtuous and meaningful life. The power resides not in acquiring new skills or optimizing your brain, but in cultivating inner resilience and unwavering self-control. However, the research has left some questions unanswered. The subtle ways in which powerful organizations utilize psychological principles to influence behavior remain largely unexplored. Furthermore, the long-term effects of constant cognitive enhancement on human nature are still unknown. And what happens when the very foundations of our beliefs, our values, our morals, are subtly eroded by external forces? As we submit ourselves to God's authority, we experience a profound sense of freedom and peace, a freedom that is far greater than any temporary pleasure or gratification.